Hello, YouTube. First of all, I know I'm kind of late. You know, I know New Year's passed days ago. It's January 11th of 2017, and I'd like to say Happy New Year. You know, and let me give a quick shout out to Corey Gilliard. Once again, I'm late. Corey completed his 50 trips way back in November, like 2 months ago. But this is the first video I've made since then, so I wasn't able to congratulate him. But once again, Corey, I wish you the best of luck. And I thank you for registering to drive for Uber under me to earn me my bonus and for being my third referral. So everybody that's watching this and you're a driver at heart and you want to make some money with your car, go ahead and register. Help a brother out. Hey, that money comes in handy, man. Car washes, gas, you name it. Food. Hey, I love to eat, man. I'm going to tell you something about me. Hey, if I had a choice between a food card or a card for jewelry, for merchandise, hey, I'll take a $500 food certificate before a $500 piece of jewelry. That's how much I like food. All right. So if you want to help me out, give me like a $100 gift certificate to Applebee's or somewhere. That I use that quick. but anyway, was it worth it to drive New Year's in 2017? My answer is, of course. Just like last year, I started around 8:30, and last year I stopped at 6 in the morning. And I remember in that video last year, my last New Year's video, I said I made like $250. I believe, what was that, like a 10-hour period? Something like that. But I didn't factor in the pay period that ends at 4. See, with Uber, the pay period ends at 4. I was just factoring in the hours I drove New Year's. Okay. Now, when you factor in the 4 o'clock period, New Year's Eve, according to my records, I made like 2 something. Okay. Now, this year, on the other hand, I probably made about the same. I started like around 8:30, and I stopped. This year I stopped at around 7. So I probably made about the same. I got a few more trips in. But what happened last year was 2 of those trips surged real big. Like, I mean, they not big, but it was surging, but they were longer trips. So like this year, when you factor in the 4 o'clock pay period, this New Year's I made like around 180. So last year I made like $20 more. But 2 of those trips last year, that surge, the trips were longer, so that put me over. Now you factor in 8:30 to 7. I really don't know. I didn't add it up, but it's probably about the same. So, well, compared to last year, if I compare last year and this New Year's, this year was a whole lot better. Now, despite me making $250 last year on New Year's, my check for that week was only $350. So the other days were short. The other days, it's like I didn't really make any money. But this year was different. I mean, like all the days except for one, except for Thursday, was in the triple digits. Like Thursday, even the Thursday was still good. It was like 70. I think I made it like around 75 and some change, if I'm not mistaken. 75 and some change. The other days were in the hundreds. Two was 180, and one of them was like 140 something. So this year is a lot better. Why is that? I think it's because it's like I know the ropes better. I know how to make money better. I know where to go to make money a lot better than I did last year. And last year, I tried to stick to certain areas. I was still kind of a rookie, so some places I didn't go. But as the year went on, I started exploring more, and I hit a couple of gold mines. That's a good thing about New Jersey. There's a lot of places. There's places you could drive, and I don't care what time of the day it is, you can make money. But I'm gonna save that for another video. I'm not gonna get too much into that. I'm gonna focus on New Year's because I don't want this video to be too long. But New Year's is definitely worth it. Now, if you didn't go anywhere for New Year's, if you didn't go out of town, you should have been driving. If you were Uber driving, you should have been driving. If you wasn't driving, you should be tying a rope around your leg and pulling on it by now. You should be kicking your own behind because you missed out on some cash. Now, Christmas, on the other hand, I went out of town. I couldn't drive. But I was talking to my first referral, Maurice, and he said he drove, and he told me how good the surge was. But trust me, if I was here, I would have been out there. I would have been out there. I know for Christmas Eve, I would have been out there, and probably maybe late Christmas night. Now, Thanksgiving Eve, I was out there. I only drove for like 2 hours, and I made $150 in just 2 hours because the surge was off the hook. I mean, it was off the hook. I'm telling you, people, they pay it. Like I said, man, when they've been out drinking, they're going to pay it. Especially if they got a DUI before. They're going to pay it because it's a lot cheaper than a DUI. So, but New Year's don't really surge. I guess maybe there's more people out driving than the other holidays. But that goes to show how much the drivers are needed because it was still busy, man. Them trips was coming. After 12, after the ball dropped, those trips come back to back. And this year, it was a lot better. And another thing, the tips were good too. I got some good tip New Year's. The week of New Year's. Tips was good, man. People were tipping. And I was just saying right before New Year's how people wasn't really tipping. Like even like the week of Christmas, people didn't tip as much as they did last year. Last year they tipped good. They tipped a lot. But if I compare the overall holiday season this year, it was a lot better this year. New Year's, they made up for it big time. This New Year's, I know that week of New Year's, I made close to $100 in just tips alone. So it was definitely worth it. Now, if you didn't make money New Year's and you were out there driving, maybe you're just in the wrong spot. I don't know. Maybe your market is just not big. I can only speak for Jersey because this is where I am. This is where I'm at. It's where I lay my head. This is where I lay my head at. So, I know there's some places like if you're in Nebraska and you're in an area, let's say you're like 30 minutes away from Omaha. Now, I don't know anything about Nebraska, but I know Omaha. It's a pretty nice sized city. It's a full-blown town. If you live 30 minutes away and you're not making any money, maybe, for example, maybe it's worth it to drive that 30 minutes to Omaha to see if you can make some money. Go there on a Friday night and make some money. Because maybe some of you're like, you know what? I'm going to just stay around here in my area and you don't get trips. Sometimes you might have to drive somewhere where it's more densely populated to get some trips. It's worth it. If you can make $100 in a night, it's worth it, man. 30 minutes. I mean, you figure some of you drive that far anyway to get to work, to get to a regular job. So sometimes you got to explore, man. Get out there, and see something different sometimes. Sometimes you got to do something different. If it's not working and you keep Ubering in the same area and then you say you're not making any money, look at your state. Look at how it's laid out. See what is the closest big city near you. Every state got a big city. I know some don't have as much, but, somewhere there's a big city in your state. If you don't live too far from it, you can drive there, especially if it's only 30 minutes. Drive there and get some trips, make some money. I guess it's the driving you that gets it. If you don't have the drive, you might not need to drive. You know, you don't have the drive to do it. You might not need to drive, because when the drive is there, you're gonna get your hustle on. You're gonna go out there. You're gonna figure out where the gold mine is. You're gonna make that money, even if it's an hour away. If you can make $300 that weekend driving an hour away to turn on that app, you know, to go online, trust me, it's worth it, man. You make $300. I know people that drive an hour away. I know people that drive even an hour away to get to work. So sometimes it's worth it, man. Don't worry about your car. Don't worry about depreciating your car. You're out there to make money. You're trying to eat. That's what it's about. It's about eating, making money. Car is material stuff. You can replace that. All right. If you too much worried about your car in the first place, let me see. How can I put this delicately? This ain't for you. You just don't need to do it, man. Because I don't care about putting miles on my car. I'm eating, and that's what it's about. So, New Year's was worth it, man. New Year's was worth it. If you miss it this time, you know, don't miss it next time. If you're in town, if you're not going anywhere, get out there and drive, man. Get out there and make some money. All right? And to all my Uber drivers, let's get it.